There you go. Nice.
Come here, baby.
Well, Mama told me when I was young, said sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh yeah, we yes we. Oh, take your time, don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. You'll find a woman and you'll find love. And don't forget that there is someone up above. And this simple kind of man, and it's something you love and understand. So baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Forget your lies from the rich man's gold. All that you need now, it's in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. It's all that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be simple kind of man, and be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Oh, don't you worry, 'cause you'll find yourself follow your heart and nothing else. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. It's all that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man, and be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? So baby, be a simple man. And oh, won't you, and oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's Monday. We usually do this on Sunday, but man, we were on the road. My apologies to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome KBBT teams bracket is concluded. What a bracket! I mean, amazing bracket this was. I mean, the amount of fish that were being caught, and I mean, just the individual and the team aspect of this was absolutely phenomenal. And man, we're excited to talk about this tonight. Talk with the competitors that were in the championship, and I'm gonna bring them on right now. This is Doug Wilson, Matthew Conant, and Derek Brundle. Let's see if we can get everybody on here. Let's see. Hopefully everybody's there. Is everybody there? All right. Sorry about that, y'all. My apologies. My internet just completely went out. Comcast is terrible. So, all right. Well, there is Doug. Can you hear me?
Second. Yeah,
There.
you bet.
Sorry, guys. My apologies. Incredible. Incredible. All right. Let me try to get Derek back on. All right. Sorry. Don't you love it? Don't you love technology, man? There we go. All right. Well, Doug, let's go ahead and start with you, my friend. let's let's talk about let's talk about your day, man. Let's talk about your weekend. And wow, Florida just fished tough this weekend, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was kind of it. Really just wasn't limited to Sherman and I either. It pretty much across the board. I mean, we got the reports out of Fellsmer, 70 inches. I mean, that's what I put up on my lake, and I mean, it kind of goes on and off. Sherman and I fished there on Saturday, and I mean, it's been known to kind of turn off a little bit, but generally you find one good bite in a day. Couldn't even find that. Sherman found a couple early, and then he just got swamped with the trash fish bite. A couple of real nice bowfin, a bunch of garda tear his stuff up. But and I got on runts. I mean, I didn't catch any trash fish, but man, I couldn't find a big bass if my life depended on it. So we kind of, when we met back at the ramp on Saturday afternoon, it's like, well, what are we going to do? Um, nobody's catching anything at Tenorock. Nobody's catching anything up north. Nobody's catching anything over on Fellsmer. The Kenensville report was pretty much the same thing. We still got you? No? You still here, Greg? Or
I switched to my cell phone, guys. My apologies.
okay,
Let me go ahead and get these guests on.
there we go.
All right. My apologies, guys. I mean, this is ridiculous.
No, not a problem.
All right. We should have everybody. I'm using my cell phone instead of the computer. What a joke, man. What a joke. You know what I mean? We're here to celebrate this, and man, I mean, Comcast just is terrible. So anyway, well, guys, again, thank you guys for joining us tonight, man. Talk about this, but we're talking about Doug, man, and how bad his the Florida bite was, man. I mean, that was really shocking to see. I mean, by the way, the score, 18 wins, 199.25 to 189.5.
Wow.
And we're going to get to the 18 later here in a minute. But Doug, go ahead and continue what you were saying about your fight, man.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's been off for a bit, at least for me. Sherman went out, he pre-fished on Wednesday. I kind of cooled my heels. Just built a rod this week or last week. So I mean, he went out, had never fished the place before, and he knocked up 92 inches in about 2 hours. So he's like, yeah, man, I want to fish there. And like I say, and then Saturday, just the bottom fell out of it. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's not ever fished that poorly before, because it surely has. But yeah, it just, so again, we're back at the ramp Saturday when it wraps up, and like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, place can't be that bad 2 days in a row. And he's like, man, I don't know. He said, I've only fished here twice, and this is ugly. So kind of I think he went back to Tenorock. Again, we got the reports in from Kenensville, Fellsmer, and up north. And I mean, it's the same thing across the board. Nobody's catching anything. Jason Denise is not getting anything. Matthew Kasprick's not catching anything. Robert Harris is. I mean, he put up 225s on Wednesday, and I mean, the best he could muster was a 17 and a 20 when he went out on Saturday. I mean, it's unexplainable how those fish can do that. But again, that's just the way it goes. So Sunday kind of come around, kind of an interesting morning of nothing. I think it took me 3 hours. I mean, I'm 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 bites in of the same crap I had on Saturday. I mean, they just weren't. It's just the non-eating. It's almost like a spring bite, like the pre-spawn bite that we get out here, where
Yeah.
they kind of like are taste testing. Well, let's see if I like that or not. And they just won't pick. I mean, they pick. You can feel them. They grab it, and you go to set the hook, and you can't get anything into them.
Right.
Now, I mean, again, some of them certainly aren't all bass by any stretch, but all that aside, just was a very poor bite. So that's the way Sunday started off. Again, I don't scoreboard watch, so I wasn't sure how Sherman was making out. But come about 11 o'clock, I got hit really good, like just in some back in duckweed. Got just absolutely hammered by a nice 1875. Followed that up shortly thereafter with a 17, and then it was on. Kind of moved around a little bit. Tossed out a swim bait to a little just isolated chunk of grass that was sticking up, no more than about 3 foot around. Got about 5 or 6 feet by it, and you could see the wake. And that's where that 22.25 come up. Just You could see it coming. Just killed it when I saw it get close. Tightened up, and hey, got a nice one on. And
you guys called up
well from there.
You guys called up like 22 inches or something like that.
It's not like a guy changed where he fished. It's not like, I maybe made one small adjustment to a slightly smaller bait because I really, like I said, I felt like I was getting short bit. So I'll shorten up the bait a little bit. And if they're going to eat it, they're going to eat hook. Is about the way I get that rig going. But that was really the only adjustment. But again, the mood in the fish changed in the afternoon. But it just wasn't enough. I mean, those guys were killing it up north. Man, I got pretty much 100 inches a piece that you guys put up. That's wow. That's something. I mean, that's like Mr. Miller and Jason Denise out there putting up 121s on the monthly here on that Save JT thing. That's just epic for you guys, I'm sure. I mean, 100 inches, I don't care where you're at. Down here, that's a good day. In the Northeast, man, you guys killed it. That's knocking it out of the park. But we just didn't. We did the best we could. We tightened it up, but it just we just couldn't find those couple of monsters we needed to put the squeeze on them guys. They're just on fire.
It's been incredible. Well, Derek and Matt, congratulations, back-to-back team champions, man. How does that feel?
Pretty good.
Undefeated in a team's bracket, man. That is unbelievable, man. And this is not Texas. This is not Florida. This is not, you guys are doing this on your home body of water in Massachusetts, man. And not only that, you're sprinkling in a couple live events and stuff, man. Guys, that is super impressive. Derek, you talking about you had the KFL event Sunday. You knew you had to go out there on Saturday, put up a big number, and boy, you guys did. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, basically the plan was to, go balls to the wall on Saturday and just like make every bite count and, try and land every fish. And I mean, we went out and put in just a solid effort on Saturday, and knowing that we were going to a very tough lake for KFL on Sunday, we had contemplated subbing guys in for us, so we didn't have to go. But I mean, honestly, we're such competitors that we wanted to be there. We wanted to put in our effort for our team and just, I don't want to say throw caution to the wind because we felt a lot better at the end of Saturday, being where we were. And we knew that just one or two good ones at Lake Nipponicket and Bridgewater for our KFL game would really go a long ways, because what we were going to have to do is immediately at 1 o'clock, we were going to yank the yaks out of the water. We had Matt's van just cleaned out, and we are just going to shove the kayaks in there and drive as fast as we could back to the other lake and try and get the last hour in there.
That's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about, man.
And typically that's when our bite has been at the end of the day, where the good ones have come. You know, most of the good ones have come at the end of the day. And Sunday was a struggle. I left the ramp and gave all 24 volts, 70 pounds of thrust to the trolling motor and started ripping across the lake. And I was talking to you about this, Greg, and poof, I caught on fire. I mean, it was like a serious fire. I contemplating bailing and jumping and abandoning ship.
That's scary, man.
Things started going through my head, so I reached back and I shut my circuit breaker off my trolling motor because it hadn't popped yet, because it was just cross wires. But there was a good solid flame and just a pile of smoke pouring out of the kayak. I felt like I was driving through wildfires. It was wild. Hit the breaker and then started splashing water on the kayak to try and put the fire out.
Wow.
And I did. I got the fire out, and I just kind of sat there for a minute, and I called Matt. And I was like, dude, you're not going to believe this. I just literally caught on fire, dude. Like, he was like, what? And I was like, dude, I don't know. I just
I know, man. The bass are biting. It's on fire.
Yeah,
No,
I was just like,
on fire.
I heard a puff, and there was fire everywhere and smoke everywhere. Another competitor thought I was over there vaping. I'm like, I don't vape. He's like, there was so much smoke coming up from where you were. I couldn't believe it.
That is crazy.
Man, I just started paddling, and I paddled all day long. And wouldn't you know it, we loaded the kayaks up at 1 o'clock, got back to the other lake. I paddled out there as fast as I could. I made three casts, and all of a sudden the rod just folded over. And I said, oh my goodness, this is the one that we're going to crack 200 with. And I started reeling, and it came out of the water, and Matt was like probably 70 yards from me, and I'm screaming, oh my God, it's huge, it's huge. And I caught it, I got it in the net, and it was mammoth, but it was 19 and a half inches. And I needed to upgrade a 19 and a half inch fish.
Oh, man.
And it was like, that was what we were there for, just that one fish, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it was huge. Like, it should have been a 20 and a half. I mean, it was just round, and it had like giant shoulders on it. But it wasn't the upgrade we were looking for, unfortunately. Well, but Matt got a good one. I'll let him tell you about his.
Yeah, talk about it, man. Matt, dude, I mean, you know, here you are, champion again, my friend, with your buddy. Dude, it's got to feel great.
Oh, it does. It does. It was weekend. It was a good weekend.
I mean, think about this, guys. You guys literally, Massachusetts beat two top-tier teams from two top-tier states, Texas and Florida, and you went through the gauntlet again, man. And you guys are showing, like, the bite in Massachusetts or in the Northeast has been consistent. You've hit 199 3 times in a row. You know what I mean? I mean, that's amazing. Amazing.
It's been good. We knew we needed something to. We were hoping for that Florida bite to, you know, midsummer. We were hoping it would be a little bit slow. So
yeah,
fortunate that, you know, Doug wasn't on the monsters that he's usually on. So it's paid off. I mean, the Texas team, I mean, they had a solid bite going on the 2 weeks before that, so we're nervous about them too. But it seemed like their bite kind of died off. So we've been fortunate against these big fish states that, like, it's kind of timed out perfectly for us.
Well, I guess my question is this, man. I mean, why is your bite so consistent through the summer, whereas Florida and Texas is just so moody, man? I mean, you guys seem to just like I mean, it's like prime all the way through summer with you guys. I mean, these fish are always chomping out there, man. I mean, again, like Doug was talking about, I was talking to Sherman too. I was talking to him on Sunday on my way home, and he was catching nothing but gar. And I mean, just the bite died and nature wasn't moving, you know, all the signs that you look for. But that's not up like that for you guys. What's the key to what do you guys think that the key is for that bite to be consistent up there?
Water temps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Max,
And don't take any offense to this either, Doug, but Florida bass, Florida strain bass in particular, are prima donnas. They, I mean, they want it to be absolutely perfect. Northern bass, if they're hungry, they eat it. They're not, you know what I mean? And once you figure out what they're eating, they just eat it whether they want to or not.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Doug, you're muted, bud.
I realized that. No, I didn't want to create a bunch of static in the background. But no, he's right. No, I mean these bass down here. I mean, I've got other words for them than prima donnas, but
I tried to put it politely. I mean, every time we fish down there, it seems to happen to us like a frontal move in, and we'll be killing it, and then all of a sudden, it's like the fish packed up and went on vacation somewhere, and they'll be back in a week or two or something. You know, it's crazy.
yeah, no, it's really what it appears to be at this time right now is that it's a late afternoon bite. The mornings have just been horrible down here. I mean, every once in a while it'll kick on, but it's a little bit more consistent late day. Even saw some late reports come in from Tenor Rock, and they were saying after 3 o'clock that the bites started to turn on. Now, I don't know that I noticed that necessarily where we were fishing, but be honest with you, after fishing in 91, 92 degree weather all day, 90 something degree water temps, I didn't hang around much after 3:30s, fella. A little too old for that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing what you guys do in the Northeast. I mean, it really is. That's I mean, you look at all the guys, and again, I do a lot of the KBF stuff on the monthlies. I watch what the guys do all across the country. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing what you guys put together over these last 3 weeks. That's nothing short of epic. Absolutely awesome. I mean, you put the wood to Florida, boys. That's the Northeast put the wood to Florida. Something to be really proud of. I mean, heck, 22 is usually a small one in our bag.
But you know what?
awesome.
You know what? You have to give it to these guys. I mean, they will work from the time it says go to the time it ends every single tournament, man. There's just no excuses. I mean, every tournament, it's just these guys live, breathe, and die fishing. And, I mean, they're always figuring out that puzzle, man. It's just amazing. It's just amazing to me. Undefeated as a team in KBBT brackets, man. And that's no tall tale task, man. These guys had to go through some hammers to do that, man. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, there's definitely something to be proud of. I mean, that's 2 years in a row we've done it, and
Yeah.
God willing, we'll do it next year.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be cool to see. So, well, guys, I wanted to give you a little message from Sherman. Keep it up, good. Congratulations to Derek and Matt on a great win. But
Thank you, Sherman.
yeah, he's a humble guy, man. But guys, I just want to say congratulations. That was a great recap, man. And Derek, try not to catch on fire next time, bud. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
and
don't catch on fire. Either one of you guys.
Yeah, exactly, man. I just want to say congratulations, give you a little recap of what happened, man. And again, the A team is now still the KBBT reigning team champions. They've already been paid. It's all been done. It's signed, sealed, delivered. And look, great job. 199 and a quarter, 189 and a half. And they beat Texas and Florida back-to-back weeks, man. Solid. Huge. Solid. So, Doug, Sherman, congratulations on your run too, man. You guys well-deserved and faced a great team. And that was a fun matchup to watch. It really was. I enjoyed it. Well, you guys have a great night, y'all. And y'all stay safe out there, man.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care. Hey, I did pick the A team to win, by the way. I did pick y'all to win. So,
Dude, I was sweating the no star curse so bad. When I saw Doug start putting up fish on Sunday, I was like, oh my goodness. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Believe me, the ride home from the lake, I was looking at the phone, kept hitting the refresh button, refresh.
yeah, I'm sure, man. I'm sure. That's hilarious. All right, guys. Well, congratulations. Have a great night, man. We'll see you guys again next time.
Right on.
Take care, y'all.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah. Thank you, fellas.
Yep. Bye.